Again, my name is Steve Borowski. I'm Director of Facility Services, and we know that sustainability is a huge focus of our world, nation, and community. One of the project drivers that we have for this project is to promote stewardship of our environmental resources. I'm happy to say that this project will keep the green in Greene County. Our focus comes from the principles of leadership in energy and environmental design, which you might know as LEED. Our goal for this is to be a LEED certified project, and there are currently less than 100 LEED certified healthcare buildings in the United States. For the next few minutes, I'll demonstrate how this project will make a green impact on Greene County. We've already taken several steps to ensure the sustainability of the overall site. Kaylor Slater just explained our landscaping plan, and we will restore all areas of the site that we impact by construction, and this will include replanting all trees that have been removed. The design of the landscape will mean that the site maintenance can be kept to a minimum. We've minimized the amount of asphalt on the site to reduce the amount of stormwater that we have to manage. We're also increasing the size of the ponds to the north of the site and providing a filtration system to filter the sediment out of the stormwater before it gets to city utilities. We're also reducing a heat island effect of the building by incorporating green roofs, and that's shown here. You may have seen green roofs in other literature, and these will help reduce the amount of cooling that we need in the summer. They'll reduce stormwater that we have to collect and then treat. They will also provide exceptional views from inpatient rooms. There are 2 roofs that are planned to be green in addition to the chapel roof that you were already shown. Water efficiency will also be incorporated into this project through several improvements. The native landscaping that we will plant will not require any irrigation, and all of the plumbing fixtures such as toilets and showers will be low flow. We will also need soft water throughout the hospital and are installing a brine reclaim system for our water softeners. You may have a water softener at home and know that salt brine goes down the drain every time that the system needs to recharge. By installing a brine reclaim system, we will recover approximately 25% of the salt and water discharged, reducing the overall impact to the environment. On an annual basis, this means a reduction of 20,000 pounds of salt and 50,000 gallons of water every year. Our Northwest addition will also be much more efficient than our current buildings. We will install high-efficiency windows and glass that will reduce heat gain during the summer and reduce our heat loss during the cold winter months. Lighting will not only be efficient, but in public areas will be controlled to turn off automatically during the day when the natural light coming into the building is adequate. Our heating and cooling system will use several technologies to reduce the consumption of natural gas and electricity. A heat recovery system will recover the heat exhausted from other equipment and be used for other uses such as heating hot water. In all, this new building is planned to be 15 to 20% more efficient than the code requires today. It will also be 20 to 30% more efficient than our current buildings, which will significantly reduce our utility bills. Throughout construction, we plan to recycle 75% of the drywall, metal, paper, and other waste that is generated by the construction process and divert that from landfills. I'm happy to say we've already been able to divert 65% of our construction waste thus far on this project. Whenever possible, we will use local materials from within 500 miles of Monroe, Wisconsin, and we will use materials with recycled content, such as carpeting made from recycled plastics. Last fall, we partnered with Habitat for Humanity and allowed them to use cabinetry, lights, fans, doors, and other items from several Monroe Clinic houses that we owned in order to make way for this expansion. These were used to increase the quality that Habitat for Humanity was able to offer in their construction and reduce the overall cost of mortgages for people that would be in those houses. You'll also notice that we focused on allowing as much natural light into the building as possible. That was a huge emphasis that Chris and Dave explained to you. This helps to create a connection with the outdoors and has been proven through evidence-based design to benefit the healing process and can actually reduce a patient's length of stay. We're installing a high level of filtration in our heating, air conditioning, and ventilation system, and using low VOC paints that are better for the environment and the air that we breathe. About a year ago, we also began using green chemicals throughout all of our buildings. These are better for the environment and not as harsh as other cleaners. We intend to continue this practice throughout the new building. So this is just a short list of the green initiatives for this building. I'll be very happy to answer any questions that you have after this presentation. The next thing that I'd like to show you, you've already seen our site plan, and now I'll show you how the construction will progress. One of our very important partners hasn't been mentioned yet tonight. That is C.G. Schmidt out of Milwaukee and Madison. And there are two individuals, Jim Hans and Jeff Kenley, who are here tonight as well, and they'll be available to answer questions after the presentation also. As was Kaler Slater, C.G. Schmidt was our partner from day one. With their expertise, I am absolutely sure that we'll have an exceptional building to deliver healthcare. One of our primary goals is to minimize the construction impact on the neighborhood. We want this to be as little disruption as possible. We'll work hard to keep down the noise and the traffic, and we'll keep the streets clean and accessible. You can see the current hospital and clinic building in black, this being the hospital and the clinic building. Patient parking is in the blue areas, employee parking is in green, and in the yellow areas is the construction that will occur. This is the first 4 to 5 months duration of the project. All of the construction areas will be enclosed by fence for safety. We'll have construction trailers located at the intersection of 20th Avenue and 5th Street. The first step of construction will last approximately 2 months, and that will be in the north area near the pediatrics and family practice entrance. We're having to revise some of the drive sequence and entry area in order to make way for the rest of construction. During that process, shortly after it starts, we will begin to do work on the new East Clinic entry, and that will take approximately 4 to 5 months. During this period of time, you will enter the clinic and hospital buildings as you do today through the hospital main entrance and the clinic main entrance. This next slide is the final slide, and this shows the bulk of the construction process, approximately 18 to 21 months. And the construction area in yellow now takes up the entire area west of the clinic and will remain this way until the new northwest addition is ready to open. You'll also notice that we've added back some parking in the area north of pediatrics and family practice, as well as parking to the east of 22nd Avenue. Throughout all of these construction stages, you can expect to receive regular updates related to parking and access to the buildings with your safety in mind and to minimize any inconvenience. When explaining sustainability, I said that the project will keep the green in Greene County. We've also focused on local participation as another way to keep the green in Greene County. Monroe Clinic has asked our construction manager, C.G. Schmidt, to provide specifications that include local participation as one of the bid evaluation criteria. We want all of the local construction trades to have an opportunity to help build the Northwest Addition. Local to us means any town that Monroe Clinic has a clinic building or a patient population, from Blanchardville to Albany, from Lena to Freeport. This will include hiring local firms and local workers, purchasing local materials, and using local equipment whenever reasonable.